I've come back to the county where I originate from, Somerset, to meet a guy called Steve who's got an amazing array of not just cars but also motorbikes of different eras, different countries of origin, a bit of American, a bit of Japanese, a bit of British. And this is a really fascinating variety. This is the perfect thing for this channel. There's a really broad church of automotive appreciation. I think you are going to enjoy it too. This is, of course, a Car Cave episode of The Late Break Show. I'm Jonny Smith, and this is proudly supported by Duramat. So Steve's got 3 units. One's full of bikes, the other 2 are full of cars. Steve.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good, thanks.
I can tell immediately that you're not a Somerset person.
God bless you, Governor. No, I'm from Walthamstow.
Are you?
Grew up in Chingford and, you know, sort of around Essex way until about 20 years ago when we moved down to Somerset, yeah.
Interesting, okay. Now your car life, I took a shining to looking at the list. You've got a cluster of bikes, you've got a handful of cars, German, British, Japanese, American, some are motorsporty, some are totally bog standard. There's a really nice mix in here. You've also said that you've owned a shitload of cars in the past.
Yeah, hundreds, yeah. So, yeah, I wore out cars as a younger driver.
Yeah.
Both, I wore the bodywork out and the mechanical side.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then there were periods where I wasn't allowed to drive.
Okay.
And I used that to build other cars during.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything with wheels since I was a kid, really.
It's fantastic to see. It's fantastic to see. So I guess without further ado, let's go for a little tour.
Cool.
Which room first? This one? That one?
You choose.
Oh, I don't know. Let's go in here. Willys Jeep. The thing that started the whole 4x4 movement. The thing that created the Land Rover, as we know. I've always had a thing for these. Tell me, when did you get it? How long ago did you buy it?
2 years ago. So we had this dream of going to the 80th D-Day.
Yeah.
Me and a friend of mine, and we said, right, better get Jeeps. So.
Oh, so this is a recent.
So I bought it the year before last year. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I bought it off a guy who was a bit of a fanatic. Austin Gypsy's got, and he's a serial rebuilder of military vehicles.
Is he?
So yeah, he imported this.
This was from America, was
yeah.
it? Right. Okay.
And he did the restoration from ground up, you know. So it's probably restored about 10 years ago.
Okay.
And then he used it, and then just wanted the money to fund his next build.
I've just noticed that the ammo box has got cup holders.
Sprayed green. I did put a few modern amenities in it for the 5 hours that it took to Portsmouth.
What's its comfortable cruising speed? 45?
You could sit at 45. It'll do 60 nearly.
But that'd be screaming.
But you wouldn't want to. 45 it'll sit at for hour after hour.
Yeah.
Until you need a wee or a tea or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, it's like a 2.2 or 2.4 litres straight 4 with next to no power. But
got a Weber carb on it.
This has had a Weber upgrade for fuel economy and more reliable starting.
Right, okay. That's what that is.
I could see you looking at it.
I was looking at it going, was that like some sort of oil separator or something? What was that?
It's a child separator.
Oh my God, yeah, it is, yeah.
He comes with a Jeep hat.
Do you have to wear that to start?
It's a Jeep hat you have to wear when you start.
Is it?
Yeah. It's the law.
Do you carry pictures of all of your sweethearts in your breast pocket? Wow, that's much better than I was expecting. There's no bloody hell, not again.
It's a nice safe place for the fuel tank.
Oh, I love it. I love sitting. How many gallons do you sit on normally?
I don't know. Enough. It's quite good on fuel.
Is it?
Yeah. 3 gears.
Right.
3 forward gears plus
Yeah.
reverse,
Yeah.
high and low, and 2 and 4. you get all sorts of reactions.
Oh, I bet you
get thumbs up, you get that, you get salutes, you get
salutes.
you get everything.
It's a good cosplay vehicle, isn't it?
The white axle.
Oh, for convoy.
For convoy
Yeah.
axle.
Love a white diff. Yeah. Do you know what? From under there, that could be a 70s Camaro.
Yeah.
It could be a pickup truck from the 90s. And they're so tiny. In fact, some of the coolest American cars, or the most influential, iconic American cars, aren't very big.
No.
Mustang, not very big. Original Jeep, Cherokee,
Yeah.
not very big. This, not very big. There's loads of not very big, great American cars. My word, Steve. Look at this. Tell me what colour this is, because I think this colour's absolutely amazing.
So in English it's raspberry red. I think it's called Himbeerrot in German.
Yeah,
So it's quite a rare colour.
yeah.
I bought it thinking, I think I managed to buy it because it was described as a pink Porsche, and I think that probably put buyers off
Right.
because they're quite hard to find.
A 964
yeah.
is hard to find, yeah.
And I planned to change the colour until I saw it, and everyone said don't. So
No, I'm
yeah,
so glad.
I didn't. Yeah.
I mean, we'll get some shots of it out here in the sun. It just looks incredible. So this is a Carrera 2, non-sunroof, Restomod. You've warmed it over, it seems?
Well, it's sort of been turned into, what do they call it, a homage to an RS. So it's got RS brakes, KW suspension, the air brake ducts, RS rear bumper, stripped out interior, Recaro, pole positions, no back seats, roll cage, big brakes. So everything RS really.
Yeah, it looks so good. So is this quite a recent thing? Is this a...
No, I've had this one 4 odd years. So, soon after I come back from Hong Kong, I bought this.
Right, okay.
But
okay.
it took a while to get done. It was probably 6 months with this specialist down the road in Honiton. Yeah.
Did it take you a long time to find the right car? Because, like you say, they've all been swallowed up by
I looked
Singer.
at 911 SCs and some 993s.
Yeah.
And then I really like this shape. But this shape is the rarest to find. So
Yeah.
it took a while.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And having had a 993 when they were new,
Yeah.
how do they compare?
I prefer the shape. I think this looks a nicer shape because the lights are more vertical.
They're more of a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The drive, my 993 was a 4-wheel drive.
Okay.
So it was a bit understeery.
Yeah.
4-wheel drive in a 911 is unnecessary.
I personally
Yeah.
agree.
So
Depending on what you want to do.
To get like a real 911 feel, you need 2-wheel drive. So they were difficult to compare. Had a
Yeah.
6th gear, which everyone likes, but
Yeah.
no, I think I'd have this over my old one.
So this is a keeper.
Again, if you took them all away, this is the one I'd keep. Yeah, the Jeep comes as close second.
Does it?
Yeah, because they're just so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a completely different car. That's
Yeah.
what I like.
Yeah.
So, don't really know where to. I mean, we start at the front. So I know this is a Cadillac, and I know it's one of the bigger of the big blocks, despite probably having about 12 horsepower.
It is a 500 cubic inch, which I think is the biggest production engine.
I think it was.
Ever.
Yeah.
Which is 8.2 litres, front wheel drive.
Just so wrong.
Well south of 200 horsepower.
Yeah.
God knows how much the thing weighs. Well over 2 tons, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Big
this
yacht.
was 1973, which is, we were just saying, that's when the oil crisis kicked off. So you've got a 8.2 litre engine to feed on an oil crisis. I had a 1976 Cadillac Fleetwood with the same motor in it I bought years ago for cheap. It was a fascinating waterbed of a car. And this is definitely a waterbed.
Yeah.
This, honestly, this makes my 2CV look like it's a GT3 911 in the suspension department. It's ridiculous. So what's the score? This is a very different car to...
The score is auction site, internet auction site,
Yeah.
misbehaviour.
Yes.
And I didn't think I paid a lot for it, but it's, you know, twice that again spent on it.
Right.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's different.
It doesn't, well, did it come with the horns, or did you go Boss Hog?
We've fitted them. It's more, not Boss Hog, it's more Big and Little Enos Burdett in the, yeah.
Yes, I know, yeah.
The famous Burt Reynolds film.
Yes, that's right.
They had the same car.
So this was a triple white car you were telling me originally, is that right?
I think this was a green car, which we found.
Oh, okay.
But at some stage in its life, it went pearl white. But it was white. And the hood needed replacing, and the seats were tatty. So
Yeah.
it's had a new hood and redone interior.
You said you just drove this to the Goodwood members meeting.
Yeah,
a few
4
months
up,
back.
there and back.
With its all of its sort of, when my Cadillac, it had these same sort of over cushions on the seats, and my mate called it. He said it's like travelling around in my nan's lounge, and it there is a three-piece suite feel to it, isn't there?
I had no complaints from the passengers.
No, it was
we were
dead
top
comfortable.
down all the way there because
Yeah.
the weather was great. We were top up on the way back.
Oh, it's got the thermometer on. Is that the thermometer on the?
External thermometer, yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool.
This had auto dipping headlights in '74,
Very cool. Very, very cool.
which don't work, obviously.
No,
But
of
all
course.
windows work, all
Soft
windows
close
are
boot.
adjusted, soft close boot.
Yeah.
Everything functions. You know, I could trust it to drive anywhere.
And what is weird is you mentioned True Romance, the film. I was doing that thing where I should have gone to bed a few nights ago, and I put on True Romance and watched it for the first time in years. And of course, he does do a lot of front-wheel drive tyre abuse
It's Clarence's car.
in a pink Cadillac.
Yeah.
The acceptable face of the SUV,
Yeah.
I would say. A genuine sports utility vehicle. Most of them aren't very sporty, but the Pajero EVO is, I don't know, it's getting better and better with age, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a real 90s stubby bulldog of a thing. It's great. Dakar, pedigree.
Yep.
What made you want one of these? Did this come before the Mitsubishi Evo Lancer?
I've had 3 Evos, and then this came along. This is my daily, really. It's a real leather man. It's a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Does a bit of everything. They're like nearly 300 horsepower, 5-speed automatic. Just lovely.
I was going to ask you
summer.
what your everyday car was, and this is
this
it.
is really it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long have you owned this one?
A couple of years, 2 or 3 years now, yeah.
Yeah. And reliability good?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, annual oil change. I think this is 200,000 kilometres.
Really?
Yeah. It's Japanese, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. And you were saying to me that the auto box is
Really, for a 25, 26-year-old auto, it's pretty cool, yeah. 5-speed, senses angle, so it'll change down without manually doing it as you're going downhill. Pretty
That's
clever
great.
for then.
yeah.
And it was, it's obviously a homologation special, so
Yeah.
I had to make some of it good.
But of course, this was the era of Japanese cars loving the textile patterns.
Yeah.
Before everyone went with bland leather everything. Look at these.
Yeah, Recaros.
Yeah. So good.
It's a bit awkward as a 4-seater. Getting in and out the back's it's easier to get in through the tailgate, really.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't import it.
No, the guy I bought it off of was a fanatic. He imported it.
Tiny steering wheel.
Tiny, but it's really good. Handles really well for a big high car.
Does it?
Yeah, really. You can get back end out.
So it's got race pedigree. It actually feels like
They actually used the autos in the. They made a few manuals, but they actually used the auto in the Dakar.
Did they?
Yeah, that's a strong car.
So you look after them, but so it's a bit like the police. They're serviced and maintained meticulously, but they are used hard. Make no mistake. That's you, Steve. Brilliant. So the Lancer Evo. You said before we started filming that you've had a few of these in the past.
This is my 3rd one. Yeah, I had a brand new one when they were out, first time out, and then I wanted another one. Bought one, didn't like it. That went back for various reasons. I don't think it had It had a bit of a dishonest background, so that got returned. And then I hunted and bought this one, which is an RS, which is quite rare.
So you've always had a 6, an Evo 6, is it?
Evo 6, yeah.
Right, okay,
Yeah.
so this one is an RS.
So an RS would originally have been supplied with like low-grade interior, steel wheels, just bits that they knew you were going to throw away to build a rally car with it.
Yeah.
So
So like a
N rally
Group N,
car,
yeah.
And they only made just short of 800 of them. So I doubt if a quarter of them remain.
Because of them being used in
Because it was a
competition.
rally car,
Yeah.
You can tell these from a normal 6 because they have black mirrors and the aerial that comes out there. Yeah.
Right. So what got you, I mean, do you compete in this?
I want to hill climb it. Yeah, I will do. Yeah.
Will you?
Yeah, I'll take it at Prescott. Yeah.
Fantastic. And
Probably, I'm trying to work out whether or not I want to put the interior back in because I'd be in a class with huge power because it's stripped. But if I put the interior back in, I could go in production. And
Really?
then I'd be, quite,
You'd be high in that
competitive.
class.
Yeah.
So, 'cause what sort of power is this?
Dynoed at 349.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's big.
It's that had something done to it. I'm not sure what, wastegate probably. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
And like you said, these things were light.
Yeah, there's nothing of it. I mean, they really are point and squirt. It's got big brakes. It's got AP brakes on it as well.
Right. They, again, the combination of the Evo Pajero and this together in white just looks so good. What I like about you though, because you said before we just press record, oh, the screen's all dirty and there's flies on it. But that's because you actually...
Yeah, they all get used.
Everything of yours gets used.
Yeah, yeah.
So everything has to be on the button.
Everything's taxed, insured, MOT, ready to start. Yeah, they're all on, trickle chargers. So I'd be annoyed if one of them didn't work. Yeah.
So do you do the rotation thing?
Yeah, I do. So all of those have been used. All of them have been used, except for the little race mini. All of them have been used in the last fortnight.
That's great.
Yeah, not all the bikes though. I'm
Yeah.
a fair weather guy now.
You're a fair weather biker, so you've got your weather app.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
it's okay, I won't judge. I think this is great. Really, really nice. Steve's garage is great, but Steve's garage does not have any Duramat interlocking floor tiles. It's just painted floor, and he really ought to. They are made from recycled PVC. They're available in different sizes and thicknesses because you can use them in your office, your home gym, or shed if you really want to. You can even order them in different colours with your own personalised design on, like I've got in my Late Break Show workshop. In fact, recently, the Ignition Cars and Coffee guys, where I keep my cars, have decked out the whole place in Duramat. And you can too. There's a link in this video's description for a discount code, and keep your eyes open for a Duramat big giveaway coming very soon on the channel. But in the meantime, let's get back to this car cave. What a thing. Chevy Nova, Chevy 2.
Chevy 2 Nova, yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
66.
Real Super Sport?
Doubt it. Who knows?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But I know that I know what it sounds like because you just fired it up a minute ago and it sounds like rolling thunder. So 4-speed car as well.
Was originally a 4-speed, I think, but it's now a 5-speed Tremec, which has transformed it. It really is quite good. So it's good for motorway now.
What I love about these is they're quite bijou. This is not a big American car, is it?
No, it's a sort of medium-sized sedan, isn't it? It's the same as a Falcon in the Ford range. So
Yeah.
great cars. They made great race cars.
Yeah.
And they made great track and drag racing.
Yep. So what you've had a few American cars, I know.
Yeah.
You've got obviously the Calhoun Cadillac, the GMC, this. What got you into US cars?
I've been going to the States since early 20s, yeah. So I was always into muscle cars. So Camaros and Trans Ams and all sorts.
Have you had a few?
Yeah, loads.
Have you?
Loads and loads, yeah.
This is an Essex thing again, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in Essex that love.
American cars are really popular. They have, like, in the summer there's meets every weekend. All my mates have got American cars.
Really?
Yeah.
So is this? Were you? What I like about your taste is it's quite varied. You don't just say I'm a Ford man. I'm a I'm just a Chevy man.
I used to be a Ford man, coming from Essex, you know.
Yeah.
I've had Escorts and RSs and all sorts. But yeah, I've you know, there are other brands available.
Of course. So,
Chevys are
crucially,
easier to work on.
yeah,
A lot more parts.
yes,
So it's got a special engine,
Yeah, what
which I
size?
didn't build. So it's like a stroker engine, probably 415 cubic inch. It's like 6.8 litres.
Oh, so it's big.
It's a big engine, yeah.
Yeah,
With like really high spec build, starting with a Dart M block, little M block, which the drag race boys use.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a special engine.
there's something very special about a manual muscle car. Very, very engaging, and I love this. And did you buy it restored?
So we added power steering, power brakes, the fuel injection, the whole fuel system, pumps, tank, new tank. We just freshened up all the mechanics.
Yeah.
The brakes are as is. We changed the gearbox from 4 to 5 speed. But
Yeah.
the bodywork is as is, yeah.
And were you looking for one, or did it just late night surfing on the?
On the collecting cars,
Right. Okay.
yeah.
And there it was.
I haven't spent a fortune on it, but this is worth twice in America. This is hot rod category in America, and they
Yeah.
love this sort of stuff.
Yeah. This is bloody immaculate.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
And I've not seen one in ages. So for those of you that don't maybe know what this is, the significance of this, it might just look like a small boxy pickup, which is what it is. But the GMC Syclone, Typhoon, and it's the same era, am I right, as the Buick Grand National, the GNX?
GNX and Grand National were late 80s. These are like 91 and,
Right.
and after.
Yeah.
So, but quite limited production, 2,900 of them.
Yeah.
And yeah, 1 year model really, 91 model.
And this was when suddenly America went, well, hang on, V6s can be cool.
So the V6 is a 350 Chevy, but with 2 cylinders missing. It's the same block, but with a huge turbo on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these were all V6 and all turbo, and all the fastest cars in their categories when they were launched, right?
So in the year that this was launched, Road and Track, the big magazine, or Car Driver, one of the two, did a big front page saying the $100,000 Sting, because this was faster than a 348 Ferrari.
Unbelievable. Four-wheel drive, right? They were all
Yeah, four-wheel drive, permanent four-wheel drive. You can only put 500 pounds in the back. You can't tow with it. It was like a real niche car.
Just a
really.
sports truck.
Yeah, sports truck.
Yeah. And of course now this is a common denomination of car. This is before V10 Dodge Rams and all that kind of thing. Why have you got one, and where the hell did you find such a clean one?
So I had a Typhoon, which was the sort of family version of this in the early 90s. And then this one came up when I was in Florida at the Meekham auctions, and we bid, and we didn't win. And then we haggled a bit afterwards, and we won it. In fact, I don't know why it didn't sell. It was 26,000 mile original car when I bought it. Yeah.
Really?
It's about 28 now. Yeah.
So hang on a minute, hang on. So you had the Typhoon in '92 when it was new.
A brand new one. Yeah.
You bought it new.
Yeah, yeah.
And you lived in the States then, did you?
No, I lived here.
Okay.
Yeah, and it didn't really suit. I didn't really like it. It was a bit wobbly and it was fast, but yeah, I didn't really like it. But these...
That is super niche to buy one new and have it in this country. Wow.
I was chopping and changing cars very often, so if it didn't tick all the
How many
boxes-
cars have you had, Steve?
Hundreds.
Honestly, hundreds.
Oh yeah, hundreds. Yeah.
But let's talk. Loads of trouble, usually serious. Although I'm sure it's completely reliable.
Would you like to see it?
Can you bring it down for us from the heavens?
Two cars. It
Oh
comes
God,
down
it's
quicker.
crushing me. Should we do the Indiana Jones? I'll roll under there. You've got some hats. I'll run back and get your hat. And then, I don't know whether it's an age thing for me, but I didn't used to have any interest in these. These or the Eclats or the Europas, and in the last 5 years, I've suddenly gone.
The interest level goes up.
Yeah, I mean the values of these have gone up. And those other kind of awkward looking Lotuses, which Gordon Murray's a massive fan of. He's got a few of those in his.
Old
He does.
ones.
And it was a really special time to film his car cave. If you haven't watched that video, I'd love you to go and watch that. But look at the slats on that. Fantastic. Do you know what it is for me? It's the combination. Even if you don't want one of these, it's the combination of the following: cross-lace, staggered offset wheels.
Yep.
Lotus was the king of fonts, typefaces.
Yep.
The overlaid turbo Esprit font.
Yeah.
And the slats.
Yeah.
Those three things, I'm done. I'm in. What's the score, Steve? Why?
Well, I had one again. So this is another one that I had before. I had a red 85 one years ago in my 20s, which I had for a reasonable amount of time, and it never broke down. But
really,
no,
so
I didn't spend a penny on it.
Right. Okay.
In era, so it was quite a fresh car then.
You were so hang on. In the 80s, you were driving a red one of these.
Yeah.
Were you a yuppie?
I guess.
So hang on a minute, you were a punk, then a new romantic,
Yeah.
then a yuppie.
Yeah.
And what are you now? Or what?
Cowboy.
You've really done it all. This is amazing. It's amazing. It's great.
These are very good. I mean, this is the real 80s wedge design. It's it's got incredible flat handling. You know, they're not very powerful. But
you can chuck it around though.
Yeah, you do anything you like with it. Yeah.
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 Is it fun?
It's fun. It's quite heavy steering. It's a bit difficult getting in and out at my age, but.
Well, is it the sort of the line? It's the lying down.
The lying down to drive it, and then you roll out and fall on the floor.
Sort of Colin Chapman chaise long kind of approach. So what?
So this is like 2.2 4-cylinder with. Blow-through turbo, which is, you know, the turbo's on the outside of the carb, which is quite crazy.
Very primitive.
It's primitive, yeah.
Yeah. What made you revisit? What was the?
Because my car guru that works on a lot of my cars had it. He traded it for an American car that he'd just built, and I then swapped it for a Focus RS.
Did you? You swapped this for a Focus?
I swapped my modern daily for this.
So what generation of Focus?
Mark III, the latest one, yeah.
Right, okay.
Which I'd owned from new.
Had you?
Yeah, yeah.
And did you miss it?
A bit, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's it. That was a good throw around, you know, all-weather car.
Have you had other fast Focuses?
I had a Mark II RS, which sounded nicer but wasn't quite as usable.
Yes.
A lot of torque steer.
A lot of torque steer, yeah. This is not a similar car to a Focus RS.
It's nothing like it.
No. I've got to have a look into the... Definitely not a Austin Allegro / Marina / Range Rover.
And ST1 rear rover lights.
Yeah.
I mean, it's embarrassing really, but it all sort of works.
It's do you know what it is? It's the pleated leather or ruched leather.
Ruched.
Is it ruched?
Yeah, ruched.
The ruched leather. The seats remind me of my dream sofa that I've never owned, called a Lignet Rose Togo.
Right.
Just, it's the same, is what I'm pointing at. And
the choke is the little thing in the middle on the centre, the back there.
Oh, is it?
That's the choke, which you don't really need. This is 5 gears.
Yeah.
Non-air.
You are sat on the floor, aren't you?
Yeah. It's quite an ashtray in the sill.
That's important. It's really important.
It's crazy. Crazy cars.
I tell you, I wouldn't be smoking in an old Lotus. I mean, it's going to probably catch fire anyway, let alone you toking in it.
Let alone being the source of the ignition.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is a really nice one. You know, it doesn't need anything doing.
Yeah. Right, Steve, 944. Love a 944, but a track day 944. It's in fact the only Porsche I've ever driven in a race on a track, you know, competitively, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, but it wasn't a turbo.
Yeah, they're a great shape.
Yeah.
And sort of not they're not got as much love as they should have, probably.
No, they're still not.
Yeah.
They're still not as expensive as they ought to be.
No, they're great. Good weight balance, great flat handling. This one's a turbo, so a bit of oomph.
Yeah.
This could have been a much faster car and a better seller than a 911.
Yeah.
But they sort of,
they stunted it, did they?
Stunted it a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
This one's been unstunted.
How have you unstunted it?
So it's had a little
What cutting stunts have you done?
a little bit of engine work. It's probably got about 275 horsepower.
Okay.
But mainly big brakes, huge brakes.
Yeah.
And KW suspension all round. So it's nice, yeah. I did my first hill climb in it a month or so ago, which was really fun.
Was it?
Yeah, really
They're
fun.
a predictable car to drive because of that weight distribution and very flat. And
Yeah, but Prescott's really tight, twisty. It's got a couple of, 180 degree like U-turns, so hairpins. So it's like down into first gear. So it's quite complicated, and then there's some fast bits when you get off on the top section. But I did 4 runs. I got 4 seconds quicker over the day. I was chuffed.
That's
and I
great.
want to do it again.
So did you convert it to a kind of race spec?
So pretty much like the other one, it had almost everything done. Took the sunroof out, new roof.
Oh, it used to have a sunroof?
Yeah.
Oh my
Bare
gosh.
metal respray in the original colour. New interior, new suspension, new brakes. Just the whole thing again. Seats, belts, roll cage.
You've really gone for it.
I left the back seat in, although it's unusable, so that it can be in the production category.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really want that in there, but I can get scrutineered in production with the back seat in.
Yeah.
Although it looks a bit ugly, but
I'm all right with it. I love the interiors of these. I think
so
they're great.
it's in historic now, because historic is now getting newer and newer. So
Yeah.
it's in historic.
And those wheels and tyres behind you, those white ones.
Yeah, so the next outing I'll put them on, which are a bit stickier rubber.
Yeah. And it's on like a repro. Are these 17s, these Fouche wheels?
Yeah.
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 Very nice. So did you want a 944, having already you've had 911s multiple times?
I had a couple of 911s, and this was at the local firm that does the work on the other 911. So I saw it there, and it looked like it needed a bit of love, and I bought it cheap, and now it's not so cheap.
They hooked you in?
Yeah. But they're great. It's a great firm, and they do an amazing job. So, yeah, it's
You're happy
Yeah.
to throw money at it. This is wonderful. So, Steve, we've got a room of motorbikes and nice bikes. So, the bike thing
Yeah.
predates cars.
Yeah, I was bunking off school to ride motorbikes. I found an old school report the other day that said unable to mark Stephen in PE as he had never ever attended. So
It never ever attended.
never ever
Full stop.
attended,
That's
no,
it. Oh, right.
Because we were always riding old bashed up motorbikes on Lee Hills and Tottenham Marshes.
So, were you building, repairing and fettling bikes?
We were we were like salvage experts. We worked out that the River Lee had a lot of dumped motorcycles in it, and if we dredged them out and rebuilt them, we'd have free wheels. So that's what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let's start with the Norton here. Beautiful.
So probably about I suppose the pinnacle of British motorcycle industry, I reckon. This is a 750, 71 combat engine Commando. So gear change on the right. Amazing bike, handling, everything. Not the fastest bike here, but probably if you had to say which is your favourite, it would be it.
Would it?
Yeah.
And this is what year is this? You say 71?
71, yeah.
So this is the back end of the British bike.
They did a few
era.
more years of Commandos where they tried to compete with Japanese bikes by switching the gear change round, but that was just a rod that went through the gearbox, and it was pretty rubbish. And they added electric start, which was pretty rubbish. But
Right.
I think this is about the best of the originals.
Yeah. And because this is on your lift here, this Kawasaki, these all look restored.
Yeah.
Have you bought them like that, or?
Some I've bought restored, some I've restored myself, like the Kawasaki. That was the first one I did.
This thing's incredible.
Yeah, So that's a 750 H2B, which is a two-stroke. They called it the Widowmaker because it's got a very, very narrow power band. So it's got no power, no power, no power, loads of power, then no power again.
So it's a 750 two-stroke. That's a big two-stroke.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, ridiculously big for a two-stroke. Sounds amazing. It's got Higgs speed pipes on it, so it sounds like a race bike. And that was the first one I restored. So, and I think it's only done 200 miles since, so you can tell I hate riding it.
Well, because it's called the Widowmaker.
No, it's not actually that dangerous, but they're beautiful to look at. And again, it just takes me back to bikes I used to own.
Yeah. And then you've got a pair of much smaller bikes. These are the current monkeys, aren't they?
So these are the latest 5-speed 125 monkey bikes. Yeah, have fun and no fun. We've got a camper van and they just about fit in the back. So when we go out and about, it's our wheels.
They're great, aren't they? They're so much chubbier than the vintage.
Yeah, they'll do
bikes.
60. They're really quiet, so you can sneak around. You can do a little bit of off-roading in them. So yeah, they're all right.
Top number plate combination as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Have fun, no fun. Which one do you ride?
Mine's the have fun.
Is it? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Carol's is the no fun.
Right. Another Kawasaki, similar coloration.
Yeah, similar year really. This is 73. This is a Z1A, which is probably one of the most famous Kawasaki's, with a load of period mods, Yoshimura pipe and some fancy carbs and twin disc conversion.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
And that was a wreck.
Was it?
Yeah, yeah. All the bodywork kit was painted and supplied from Japan in the original colours.
I was going to say, it's absolutely stunning.
And the guy that helped me do most of the rebuilds did the engine and the rest of it.
Do you actually ride this one?
Oh, how many miles?
1,390.
There you go. So,
okay.
Yeah, I've done a few.
A few, yeah. And then we're still in Kawasaki. Clearly you like Kawasaki's.
They were a big fan, yeah. I had a lot of them way back.
Trials bike.
So that's a KT 250. So that's that is 50 years old. That's a 75.
Goodness.
So that was mainly an American bike, but we always used to like them.
Oh my gosh. This is fantastic. Top Gun Kawasaki. And it really is Top Gun spec.
Yeah, the paint job, which is unique to his bike in the film.
Yeah.
And you can get the correct sticker kit, and so it's properly done.
These have got to be collectible now off the back of the huge popularity of Top Gun, or?
Yeah, I started to do this build when the new film was coming out, thinking that thinking I'd go to a premiere or something on it, but the build took a lot longer. The film came out.
You missed the premiere.
Yeah. But it's a pretty good bike. This was the first bike in the UK that would do 150 mile an hour.
Is it?
Yeah. So this was a first bike as well, in the history of bikes.
And what does this ride like now?
Pretty good.
Because it's 40 years old, this bike, right?
Yeah.
So
this
all
is
right,
an 86. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's very fast still.
Is it?
Yeah.
It looks...
Again, it's had an engine build and, frame up rebuild. So
have you got a jacket when you go out on this? No. You're not one of those guys?
No.
Okay.
No.
So
this is the latest build that has just come back from my friend, Graham, give him a little mention, who's just a wizard, really.
This thing's incredible.
I bought this at auction. I thought it just needed a few bits and bobs, but Graham said no, and it's had everything done. So re-spoke the wheels, twin leading shoe, front drum brake, which is quite special, complete engine rebuild. So it's a 650 Triumph pre-unit with a Norton featherbed slimline frame.
And it was a Triton when you bought it?
It was a Triton. It was a guy. It was an unfinished project. Yeah.
So this was for people that aren't aware, the Triton. It's a Triumph engine Norton frame.
That's it.
Which was like a cafe racer style with clip-on bars and stuff. The reason being, you were saying they thought that Triumph did the better engine, Norton did the better frames.
Triumph was a much better engine, and they say if the Triumphs don't start on the first kick, there's something wrong with it.
Right.
So they were always faster and more reliable.
Yeah.
Norton made a good chassis. BSA did as well, so you'll see Tribsas out there as well.
I've heard of a Tribsa.
And,
yeah. These, I mean, you can see it's like a piece of jewellery. It's amazing.
Yeah,
and,
that's pretty cool.
And next to it, I noticed when you sent me your list of vehicles for this bike car cave, and it said matchless G3, and I thought my brother's got a matchless G3. He's had it since we lived at home, and but his is not a wartime one. This is quite special.
So that's 1941 would be in the spec of a British Army dispatch rider.
Yeah.
Spec with the panniers. We don't really know too much about it. We bought it from H&H auction again, and then found an engine, or found a matchless specialist, and he got it up and running.
It's great. So 350 single cylinder.
350, yeah.
Nice old
It's
thumper.
my girlfriend Carol's.
Yeah.
And I'm the official starter.
Yes.
So.
They're quite a bastard if you get them wrong, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, any motorbike that comes with a gun rack deserves a bit of time and appreciation. So Harley Davidson, wartime, clearly.
Yeah.
And their hand gear shift.
So this is a 1943 WLC. So they made two military bikes, the WLA for America and WLC for Canada.
Okay.
So this is a Canadian spec one.
Oh, it's got
And
the maple leaf on the tank, I see.
It's got a foot clutch and a 3-speed gearbox with a lever on the tank. So pretty challenging to drive. The starting procedure is a few minutes long.
Is it really?
Yeah, like a certain amount of kicks with the fuel on and half choke with the ignition off, and then this and that and the other. And so.
And you've got there's a pressure washer lance, and then there's a gun. Don't get those things mixed up. Presumably a replica, Steve.
Yeah, that's a toy. Yeah, that's a replica Tommy gun.
And the holsters.
And that goes in the holster. Yeah.
What a great thing.
Yeah.
Canadian military.
WLC, yeah.
Yeah. So what's the story? Let's start with the blue one that's just come down from the heavens.
So the blue one is Carol's, my girlfriend, and it's pretty like a time warp. It's immaculate. It's got the original number plate, supply and dealer number plate, it appears to be the original supply and dealer sticker in the rear view with the AA relay sticker. I mean, it's pretty
Western
much,
Supermare.
Yeah, it's pretty much a time warp car.
Wow.
And
so this is one of those special editions in the late 80s, and is it low mileage? I presume it must be.
I think it's 39, is it?
Yeah, 39,000.
Yeah.
It's got a cassette in it.
It's got a cassette player, yeah.
So this has not been restored?
No.
Gosh, where the hell did you find it?
So there's a guy in Tiverton, that is a mini specialist. He only sells minis, and he buys them back if he's sold them, because he only buys like perfect ones. He doesn't touch anything with rust.
Okay.
And he's sort of like the go-to man for classic mini.
There's a lot to be said for a really well-preserved Survivor car, that you've done nothing but just maintain it.
Yeah, no, this just needs cleaning and keeping undercover.
This one here is not a standard Mini.
This is far from it. So I've been wanting one for a long while, and I've looked and looked and looked, and there's a lot of Cooper S. I wanted something a little bit fast, and I wanted just ideally a Cooper S, but they're silly money.
Yeah, they are.
And there's even the, what do you call it, homages are silly money as well. So I thought I'd buy something that's got a lot of the mechanicals done. It looks like it's been sprayed by hand, which is its only flaw.
It looks like it's been painted with a fox's tail, Steve.
I know, it's rotten, which is why I got it at a reasonable price. But it's a class winner at Wiscombe.
Right.
So it's been hill climbed extensively, and it's got all the right bits on it.
Yeah.
So it's a sort of close to 100 horsepower engine.
What year is this car?
So it's wind-up window because it's been reshelled, but it's a 62.
Right.
So my other criteria was that it had to be over 40 years old. So
Right.
I didn't want to keep taxing an inch.
So it has got internal hinges, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
right, brilliant. So this is how you've only had this for
a couple of weeks.
Is it a couple of weeks?
Yeah. But it's got all the right bits. It's 1380, twin inch and a half SUs. It's got quaif diff.
There we go.
So
Look at that.
Yeah, it's got all the right bits. It's had new subframes and it was reshelled. It's just been painted horribly.
So has it been in competition for a long time?
I think the guy did 2 years at Wiscombe. Like I said, it was class winner last year.
Right.
And he had an accident, so he's sort of gone a different direction. Not
Yeah.
in it, but
Yeah.
I might put metal bonnet and metal boot lid.
Same colour again or different?
I wanted to go green, but then it means even more work. So I might just do it the same scheme, which
Yeah.
is a good, classic mini colour.
It does look good with the mini lights as well.
They're those rose petal ones, which are the proper period ones.
Is that what they call them? Rose petal?
Yeah, they're not mini lights.
Right. Steve was saying that how old were you when you made that front wheel drive electric e-bike thing?
Oh, 12, 13.
You took it, is this a girl's
So it was
bicycle?
a girl's kiddie's bike with a starter motor strapped to the front forks with a roller skate wheel rubbing against the front wheel. And a load of ex-army batteries all seriesed up on the rack at the back with a light switch as the control.
As the throttle?
As the throttle,
As the
yeah.
on or
Yeah.
off?
Yeah.
And it worked?
It was frighteningly fast, yeah. Yeah.
This was way before all the lads with balaclavas on wheeling around London.
Yeah, I was ahead of the curve there.
You were?
Yeah.
But front wheel drive, just to make it a little bit more sketchy.
Front wheel drive, yeah. I don't have a picture of it. In fact, tomorrow, the guy, my old school friend of that era, is coming to stay. And it was his sister's bike, so we'll talk about that again.
Yeah, you
tomorrow,
should.
yeah.
You should.
Yeah.
But it's that kind of innovation that basically started you off in business, right? Ultimately.
I like making things, yeah.
So you like working on cars?
I don't do a lot of spannering now because there's too many of them, and I like them done to probably a better standard than I can achieve. But I can,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're not afraid to fiddle, and you have an understanding of what might be wrong.
Oh yeah. I'm good with the diagnosis.
Yeah.
It's not always good with the fix.
Yeah. No, that's good though, because some people just want them to look good and be on the button, and they don't want to get their hands dirty whatsoever, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But you're kind of like in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
That's good. It's really good to see. It's really good to see. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this fantastic Car Cave episode of Steve's on the Late Break Show. If you've got a garage of vehicles and they can be as eclectic as this, they don't have to be enormous, let me know. There's an email address in the description. Email us, let us know what cars, motorbikes, traction engines, tractors, whatever you've got, and we could be in touch, coming to see you soon. And thanks for Duramat for sponsoring this episode.